Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Robert Morris University live segment. I'm your host, Andrew Dixon. Now, for those of you joining us for the first time, welcome. For those of you back for another adventure, welcome back. Now, let me explain a little bit how this works. Our live tour segments are brought to us by our friends at Georama. And what this does, this allows me to fly you guys all over our campus at Robert Morris University to show you the ins and outs of everything that we have to see and do here, as well as the various learning environments, and show you every single thing that makes this place truly unique. Now, for those of you back from past adventures, you've seen us go around to athletic events, see the different schools that we have to offer, take a look at some clubs and on-campus offerings. There are a lot of things to see and do here, so we kind of like to keep and showcase the little bits and pieces that make it truly special. Today, we're going to take a look at our Art Guild. And our Art Guild works really hard. They meet just like any other organization or club to help produce beautiful works of art and enrich themselves in all different types of media. But they're the true experts, so I'm not going to spend too much time going into detail about that. And we want to hear from them, and they're going to talk to you guys about what they love about the program. So without further ado, I'm going to take you to their super secret location, which they've allowed me access to. So you guys can't repeat this to anything of what you've seen to anybody. I'm just kidding. We'll be okay. So, by the way, if you guys have any questions about the adventure or the tour along the way, you guys can simply just chat it in, and we have a RMU representative who's eagerly waiting by to answer any questions you may have. And following this segment, there is a survey which you guys can take to let us know how we're doing, let us know anything we can improve on, or anything else you would like to see here at Robert Morris University. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, first and foremost, we are at our downtown Chicago location, which is the main campus here at Robert Morris. So now what we are going into is what's called the Cage. This is a very special location for our art and design students, as it's a good meeting place where they collaborate on group projects, as well as work on all different types of media, including, Max or, collaborative efforts with photography and video. All right, so we are heading up the stairs to a kind of backstage location for our art and design students. I've heard them once call this place the Sanctuary. They're very proud of this place, and it's full of beautiful works of art, which they would love to share with you guys. So we have a good group of students, instructors, and facilitators working really diligent right now. So let's see if they'll take some time out of their, collaborative efforts to kind of talk about what's a little bit what they're doing.
What was that?
All right, everybody. So, my name's Andrew, by the way, and we brought some friends back here with us to kind of pull back the curtain on our art guild, or I heard it's called the Sanctuary, right? As to what some of the students like to call it. And then on top of that, let's start down here. I didn't know what you're working on, so if you'd like to go ahead and introduce yourself, what year you are and what major you're doing, and then I want to share with the people viewing a little bit what you're working on.
Sure. My name's Kristen Kawazoy. I'm a business major, but I am a member of the Art Guild, so I get a good balance of the two things that I'm most passionate about. And right now I'm working on a small gouache study of image from one of my favorite TV shows.
So you have to put that in the layman's terms. I only heard like two things from that, and that was TV show.
Sorry. So gouache is a cool type of paint where you can use it like watercolor. So it's based with water, and you can dilute it. You can make it really, really like thick and opaque, or you can a lot of the coolness about this is the subtleties in the medium, and it's just really fun to work with, and I wanted to get more practice in it.
Fair enough. So I have to ask, what inspired this project? Where did it kind of originate from?
Well, I've been trying to get myself back into painting because I've taken a small break from it. So I've been doing smaller things to get me more motivated to do the bigger things that I want to work on.
All right, and then so I know we're finishing this up, but any hint as to the favorite TV show that it's from?
Well, it has Matthew McConaughey in it, and it's about a detective show. So.
All right, so if you guys got a little bit of a teaser, you guys have to wait to see the real thing. Now, you said you're a business major. How's the balance? How do you end up going to business classes and then coming up here and paint? Is it gouache? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
And coming up and doing that? How's that kind of balance going?
Well, for me, I've always tried to mesh the things I'm doing together so it's easier to see connections between them. So, like, I'll spend 4 hours a day in class, but then while I'm working, I'll start thinking about things that I want to draw or things that I want to paint. And then after work, I come up here because I work in our wonderful art gallery downstairs on the first floor. And so I'm always being surrounded by art. So it's a good motivator for me to come up here and spend my spare time. Because that's a really great thing about the Art Guild, too. It's not a mandatory meeting every week. It's very loose and it works around your schedule.
Art gallery. You know, we might have to check that out. Keep in mind. I'm going to sneak on over here. I want to kill two birds with one stone here. Do you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves? You can even take the microphone.
Okay.
Just hold it
Hi.
close to your mouth.
I'm Kristen. I just joined the Art Guild and I'm really excited.
Welcome.
I've just been working on like a few drawings and I'm knitting a scarf right now and I'm going to look into making more jewelry.
Why did you choose to join the Art Guild?
Well, it's just a hobby I like to do and I figured if I'm going to get credit hours, I might as well learn to do like more artistic things.
Fair enough. All right, I know you're busy at work. Do you got a couple of seconds for us?
Yeah.
Sure. You
I
can
am.
go and hang on to it.
I'm Catherine Sandoval. I'm a junior and I'm a graphic designer. And I love origami. So I started doing flowers out of origami.
Wait, those aren't real flowers?
No.
What is it made out of?
Paper.
Okay.
Yeah, you just do individual petals and then you just fold them in.
You just do individual petals.
Yeah.
So how long does it take to make one flower?
It should take like around 3 to 5 minutes. Not that long.
So, all right, I'll take it. So I noticed we have so far such a wide variety of projects. How do you guys kind of determine what you guys work on here in the Art Guild?
I don't really know. I just
Let's hope someone has a better answer.
Yeah, it's whatever you want.
Well, see, she does know. It's whatever you want.
Yeah.
Now I have to think about what I want to do. All right, well, thank you guys so much. I'm going to jump. The soap. Guys, there's soap. What soap? What are we doing?
Coffee soap.
Coffee soap.
Yeah, it's supposed to exfoliate the skin and give you energy.
Smell it.
And it smells really good too.
We have requests for bubble bath.
Really?
Yeah, we sold out, and we have requests for it. They
Oh
said
my
it's
Bubble
very
baths.
good.
She is an in-demand soap sculptor. Check that out, everybody.
I also do bubble bath soap.
All right.
Apparently it's doing good.
We got a budding market over here.
I saw that. I was like, there's no more stuff. I'm like, what happened?
All right, I'm seeing more paper at very sharp angles. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, your year, your major, and what you are working on?
I'm Rihanna Kempen, and I'm a freshman in the culinary program, and I'm in the Art Guild.
All right. So here, you know what? I'll hand you this because it looks like you got a little bit of a tour to take us on. You've been hard at work.
Okay. Well, right now I'm working on a 1,000 crane project. I've got 300 done over there, and I'm working on the next 100. And these are some 3D origami models I've made. I make all the little pieces. Like the heart is about 560, the swan's like 460. And there's just a lot of pieces involved. It's fun though, because I get to keep my hands busy, and I like folding things.
All right, I'll have to hand you my clean. I was gonna say I know
It was a mess. Oh no.
I know where to hand off my clean clothes when I'm done with them. So you've been very industrious, and you've done all this in just your freshman year. How much on average, how much time would you say you commit to the Art Guild?
I'm here in this room at least 2 hours every day, before, in between, after classes.
All right, now I know I probably should have asked this to the other people, but like, what's your big plan? What's in the cards for you if you kind of have a picture of it?
Like in the guild, or what I'm working on, or
They're working towards. Like, what do you want to do?
I want to be a chef, but I also want to make really cool art in the meantime, and so I'm trying to find a balance of both. Yeah, I might incorporate that in my 1,000 crane project.
Well, that's very exciting. We'll be looking for this. This is gonna be the star of the show.
Which will be in the gallery.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the
I keep
gallery.
hearing about this gallery. We must check this out, but not yet. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'll leave you a paper umbrella for you. All right, now I want you guys to show you this. This caught my eye while we were making our rounds. These are just a couple of the other various projects that are being worked on up here. Man, that'd be tricky. I mean, you can find both inspiration and distraction with a view like that. Whew. Oh, excuse me. Don't touch the art. All right. Well, I see we are, also doing some work over here. It looks like we have some instructors or facilitators. How's it going? Some of our folks have met you before, but you can go ahead and reintroduce yourself and your role here.
Yes, I'm the Dean of Professional Arts. I'm Shelley Lamantia, and just having fun with the Guild today. So we were doing silk screening, I think, last time. So we're trying to introduce different media and allow the students the opportunity to maybe try something that would maybe be a little expensive to try it and then decide that you don't like it, and so this is a way to kind of dabble in it and bring some of our expertise with guest artists. We had Doug, and then Mary has been very instrumental in encouraging this and making sure that they have the supplies that they need so that they can experiment. And I mean, obviously they're flourishing in a variety of different media. So yeah, today is oil painting.
I can see that.
So it's getting there.
It's really good.
We start out with oil or with acrylic paint to put down as the base, because that way, if you decide that you don't like what you've been doing with the oil, because the oil takes a long time to dry, you can literally just take a rag and wipe it off, and then your underpainting is still there. So this is acrylic, this brownish,
May I?
Mm-hmm, yep, that's totally dry. The reddish is, well, I put it on really thin, but you can kind of see it. That's oil. So if I didn't,
I'll believe it.
if I didn't like it, or if I wanted to smear it, I can just rub it, and I can take it off, or I can rub it around. I could fill the whole background with it, so I don't have to use a brush. But in the end, this underpainting is going to remain there, so I can start over if I want. Also, by doing an underpainting, it forces you to pay attention to the values and to the light and the dark and the structure, soft curves and blends versus hard edges. And so it's like you've kind of done a practice painting before you get into the oil. Because the oil is going to be not labor intensive, but it's a lot of layers and a lot of patience, because you got to let those layers dry. So, just give them a little demo.
Bet you didn't think you were getting any pro tips today, huh? That was a little treat. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself too and your role?
Yes, I'm Mary Russell, and I am I suppose maybe like the director of the Art Guild. And
Inspiration, mom,
everything.
Yeah.
I'm also an academic advisor here at Robert Morris for freshmen, and I teach. But this space has really been kind of transformative. We were able to, Shelley and I picked out the best spot for the Guild, and Rihanna one day came in and she said, "This is like a sanctuary." And I said, "It is," and it's actually really a place where, what did we say, souls... You can that you can really express yourself safely here, right? And then this is like kind of a place where it's a safe place, right? Where you can experiment, you can try things. A lot of the students have shown each other, different crafts. We were doing some bracelets one day. We were doing the origami. So we're doing all kinds of different things, and it's just really fun. It's kind of relaxed. It's not pressured. It's like the one space, I think, where you can come and feel creative.
Yeah, I think you guys kind of hit it right on the head. Is that we're able to come in. It's not entirely committal, and you're able to just try out different things before you spend a lot of money on it, and you find out it's not something you like. Now we have so many varieties of different projects going on here. I have to ask, how does everyone else get to see this stuff? Where can we find some of the students' work?
The Art Mart in the gallery. Shelley started something called the Art Mart, which is a place where faculty and students can show their work and sell their work.
Even my stick figures?
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Maybe not.
We actually have a submission process, and you can submit your samples, and then they're juried in, because we do want to maintain the quality of the work that is in the Art Mart. And then the funds go back to, if it's a substantial piece, then the student makes a commission off of it, but mostly the funds go back into the supplies, so that we can continue to create a variety of things. Yeah, there's the submission form.
The submission form.
And part of the lesson is that if you do want to go into some sort of production of commercial art, or if you want to sell these, a lot of it has to do with business. You have to think about your branding. You have to think about what the tags are going to say. Do you want to have a website? What if somebody really likes it and they want to share it with their friend? How does their friend buy it? What if their friend lives across the country? All these different things. How much do you price it for? How much time did it take you? What are the materials? How much is it valued at to the customer? And so those are things that you have to keep in mind. My paintings, for example, if I were to charge per hour, I would never sell anything, it's just, but I do it because I enjoy it. And to me, it's very therapeutic, and it's a catharsis. And I think you have to balance that when you go to price things. So we're trying to bring that business aspect into the art as well, if they choose.
I think I've heard this term buzzing around the university, and I would say experience-based learning, right? At work.
Absolutely, yes. Getting the experience now. This is it. Again, this is a safe place. This is where you try it, and if you fail, it's okay, because you know what? We're all here to support you and pick you right back up.
What did you find?
I was going to show you, this is the logo that Rihanna is working on for her project.
Do you mind if I give a little preview? Check this out, everybody. Look for this. It's going to be famous. All right, there you are. Now, I know we have a bunch of viewers dying to see this art mart. Do you think we might be able to take some time out of your painting to check it out?
Absolutely.
All right. All right, so we are going to be taking a few steps, so I figured I would take some time to talk to Miss Shelley a little bit about the steps that are involved for getting involved with the Art Guild. I found out that we have some people that aren't in the art and design majors.
Absolutely. The point of the Art Guild is to offer an opportunity for students who have an interest in art to continue that and to pursue it, to be a part of something that's inspirational without actually having to have that as their major. Because a lot of students want to go into something else. And a lot of times you find that a fine artist, they enjoy that, they enjoy creating work, but that's not what they want to do all day. It kind of takes the fun out, takes the therapy out, and the creativity out of it. So like Kristen, she's studying accounting, but she loves her art, and her art is part of her. She's a very creative person. She doesn't have to major in art to be in the guild. Okay. And I think that that's the beauty of it. Also, a lot of artists tend to put their art at the bottom of their to-do list every day, especially when it's not something that's providing income, or is not required because of a class or a deadline or something. And so with the guild, I think that the beauty is that they have a support group, and it's no longer the thing that gets pushed off. So yeah, they go to class, they do their homework, but they incorporate this into their everyday life. And a lot of us artists, we put it off. We have to do the laundry first. We have to, walk the dog first, because we feel like we have these mandatory tasks, and we really need to put that art higher up, because it is something that can elevate your mood. It's like exercise. If you get into the habit of it, it's really great for you, and it's very healthy to be creative and have a creative outlet. So, yeah, so this is our way of providing that to our students. And it's very sacred in here, as you've heard, so it's all locked up.
So we're getting special access, everybody. You're welcome.
Yes.
All right, I'll let you guys in. There you go. All right, so where's this art mart? Oh, we're going to lock the door.
So the Art Mart is a part of the gallery that was sort of neglected in the past. We really needed to pull your eye over to this area. And so we kind of took advantage of it and and turned it into a display area for the work of the students in the guild. And we have a few professional pieces in here, or some pieces that some professionals have helped with. So the guild students did rubbings of our elevator doors, which, this is the old Sears building. So those are the original panels on those elevator doors that are Art Deco. And so they did rubbings and then took them into Photoshop and played around with them. And they were working with a professional printmaker who helped them with those. And then they did those prints.
Oh, I see the soap. I see
and
this.
then there's the soaps, which, oh my goodness, that means we must have sold some today because there was 5 there this morning. They've also done some lampshades. We did some silk screening. I don't know if you remember last time when we were doing the little dog, Ernie. He's over on the aprons and on the pillows. So those are some things we did as a group. Some photography. You saw the sewing machine up there. There's some fabric designs that we've been doing. And Mary has knitted those hats. She had felted hats for the winter. And now she just brought those in. And then the students have also done some greeting cards, which are, photography of Chicago. So, what a great place to go out and shoot photos. I'm not sure the location of this one, but again, it's one of those things that they not only do the artwork, but then they have to think about how do you incorporate it into a piece that can be sold. And, you don't just give somebody a card. Now you have to give them an envelope. Or would they want a set? And if they do want a set, how do you package them? And so you're, tying them together, thinking about all of that sort of thing. Because if you do want to be an artist who's actually making money off of their work, you have to think about how are you going to get into the stores and how are you going to get in front of your audience, and thinking about the cost of materials and your time too. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day to talk to us. You know what? I'm going to give you a free advertisement right now, guys. Guys, check this out. The Art Mart. Come in, check this stuff out. If you like something, you can buy it, take it home. It's done by our students here at Robert Morris University as a part of our Art Guild. Again, thank you so much.
You're welcome. We do have scholarship opportunities for the Art Guild. Some very substantial. Some substantial scholarship opportunities. And the way to apply is to go to experientialart.org and click on Art Guild, and it'll walk you through the steps. The deadline is usually the middle of this May, and you have to be prepared to upload some JPEG images of your work. But we have some spots out there.
What a great opportunity! You want to give that the website one more time?
Mm-hmm. Experientialart.org.
All right. Well, I'll be sure to kind of relay that information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, guys, check this out. So in our art gallery itself, we have plenty of artwork that's done by professionals, alumni, commissioned pieces, external pieces. It's a great place to kind of come and relax, getting soaked up in everything that Robert Morris and our art gallery has to offer. And again, if you guys want to be a part of the Art Guild, just go to experienceart.org, and you should upload some JPEG images, and you guys can earn a scholarship to work with the Art Guild. All right, guys, again, my name is Andrew Dixon. Thank you guys so much for flying with me today. And do not forget to take that survey at the end. Let us know how we're doing. How's my hair today? It's pretty good, right? All right, I'll see you guys for the next tour. Once again, guys, signing off. Have a fantastic day.